friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, which some of you are because you probably came from my TikTok, so if you've been here already, you know I've been doing YouTube for years now, but I'm not very consistent. And last year I decided that I would be consistent on TikTok. I really saw a lot of growth from there, but with everything going on, I'm just not too sure if I want to continue on with TikTok. But let's do a little get ready with me. I have my makeup over here, you can't see it. I have a couple of questions from Instagram that I got from my followers. Yeah, let's just get into it. I already have my brows on. Not sure how I feel about them, but for those that have been asking, I know I said I was gonna make a video on it, like a TikTok, but that ship has sailed. These are the products that I use. This is my holy grail. They got to be glued. I always buy these mini ones just because like it fits in my makeup bag and I don't want to have like a really big glue thing. So yeah, but you'll probably get a better deal if you buy like the bigger size, but I just get this mini one and then regular spoolie, and then I like to use the top of this. This is the e.l.f. brow laminating gel. And it comes with this like really nice brush at the top, and I like to use that. So this is what I use to do my brows, and then I fill them in with the Rare Beauty brow pencil always. I don't know how this is gonna go because I cannot multitask very well. I mean, I can when it comes to certain things, but with others, not very much. Kava or Chipotle. If you would have asked me a couple weeks ago, I would have said Chipotle 100%, but because of what I'm doing right now, I will say Kava for sure. Kava is so good. I'm gonna go in with this Say Warm Glow. They sent this to me for their launch and I love it. Honestly, amazing. Oh, see, this is not starting off really well. I meant to tell you, I already prepped my face with the Road Glazing Milk, and I did moisturizer already. I did the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This one is my favorite. These two are my favorites at the moment. And then before I do anything, I like to put To The People Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream underneath my eyes, just because my eyes get super dry, like underneath, and then my concealer doesn't sit well. How do you stay consistent? I don't. Honestly, TikTok has helped me stay consistent because I just feel like it's a different platform. Like there's no pressure to be anything or to like be afraid that you're going to be perceived in any sort of way. So it's just kind of like a matter of comfortability. It's just a matter of your comfortability. But a lot of times when I was doing TikToks, I would stay consistent by making TikToks that were pretty easy, I would say, in a sense that like they didn't take too much thought, so I could just make them and then keep them as a draft. Anyways, I'm going in with the Merit Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. I like to use this on like my spots. The short answer is pre-filming. It's different for TikTok and YouTube unless you're doing YouTube shorts, but just filming like a bunch of clips that you feel like you could use, putting them together in your free time, and then saving that for like, I don't know, the next day or whatever. I will say though that I've just been really inspired over the last year, and so that also helps me stay consistent. Just making sure that you're finding inspiration and yeah, not letting yourself get discouraged. A lot of people have trouble with consistency because then they start comparing themselves. It's me and people. But I learned that that's just like not the move. There's enough room for everyone to succeed. I'm using this Say double-ended brush. Guys, I don't know how you guys do these get ready with me's and talk. I'm gonna start over. I had to take that all off. You know when you just don't like the way your makeup looks? I need more moisturizer in my life. What's your biggest tip on having confidence? Girl, honestly, when I was first starting to make content, this is when I was like even starting to vlog, I was so shy. And I heard this from someone else and it literally changed my life, because once you apply it, there's no going back. The biggest tip to confidence is faking it. you fake it till you make it. So if I was ever like shy vlogging in public, in my head I would just think to myself, you know what, like I'm probably never gonna see these people again, and I would just pretend like I was getting paid to make that video that I was trying to film that day. So when it comes to like having confidence in that aspect of like, you know, creating content, faking it till you make it, and confidence as far as like your day-to-day, like who you are as a person, I think finding your identity. When I first became a Christian, I had no idea what my identity was. I was someone who like, I would hang around people, and if I liked them or I liked something about them, I would subconsciously kind of take those parts of them and I guess mimic it. But it wasn't until that I really learned who I was as a daughter of God was I able to like really get to know myself and figure out what I liked, what I didn't like, the values I wanted to keep for myself, the standards I wanted to keep for myself. And I feel like once you figure out all those things and you really get to know yourself, that's when you have confidence, because no matter who you're around, no matter what's being said, at the end of the day, you know who you are. And I feel like that's true confidence. I wasn't sure like in what context you were asking that for. What type of content should we expect on YouTube? Honestly, just my life. So blogs, if I travel or do anything, that'll be on there. I actually have a very exciting trip that I vlogged in California of last year. I was invited to one of my favorite YouTubers' birthday parties, Miss Natalie Cuevas, and me and my husband traveled all the way to the West Coast, and yeah, we made a whole trip out of it. We only really stayed for like 2 days because, or like a day and a half, because we both had to work a wedding that Saturday. So yeah, but it was really fun. I vlogged it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to post it, but I think I will. Lifestyle chit chats. I really like doing these interactive things where people ask questions. Sometimes I don't want to yap, but I love watching a good yap session on YouTube. I really like doing lookbooks. I used to do those a lot, and I feel like over the last couple years I was still trying to figure out my style, especially because like my body changed and I'm getting older, and so obviously like my style changed. So lookbooks, thrift trips. I love a good thrift trip. And yeah, just sharing my life. If you're interested in my life, if you want to know what I do in my life, if you're that interested, then that's pretty much what this will be. If you ever see my TikTok, it'll be that, but like on a more personal level. I feel like TikTok was like my personality, Instagram was like my aesthetic, and then YouTube is like a good version of both. Dream vacation and why. I would love to go to Hawaii. I feel like I've always really wanted to go there. Everything there resonates with me. The food, the people, the music, the culture. I feel like my dream vacation would be going on like a tour, European tour. One of those packages where you can go to like Greece, Italy, France. I've seen people do that for like their honeymoons, and I've always wanted to do that. Fun fact, I don't even have my passport. I'm in the process of getting it. I've never had one, so I'm now getting one at the ripe age of about to be 27. Guys, this is not going well. I've done my makeup, took it off, I'm redoing it. One thing you wish everyone knew about you. I'm just an ordinary girl. I'm gonna have to table that question and I'll get back to you. Let me think about it. Favorite coffee spot and order. Ooh, I saw this question come in and I already knew what I was gonna say. From the DMV, then go to Tyson's Corner Mall, go to Shotted Coffee, order an iced pistachio latte, just like that. Or if you want to sub it for oat milk, sub it for oat milk. Oh my gosh, that is like my favorite drink at the moment. I can drink it consistently. I don't know if I was supposed to use this before, but you know those people that like, they use this and then they're like, oh, it worked. I've never actually tried that. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself with a dog. We really want a dog, but me specifically, have a more established presence on social media, just because like I've always been half in, half out. when it comes to social media. I've never really given it my all until last year, but even then that was like barely my all. I would love to have an established career. I'm 27 and I still don't know what I want to do. I know a lot of people are already well into their careers by now. I've been with my job for like 5 years at this point, but I'm now transitioning into hopefully something different, something more administrative. I've been a nanny for like 5-6 years or so. Love it, love the family that I work for. Yeah, I've never really been driven to be like, you know, doctor, nurse, lawyer, whatever the case is. And I really admire people that know what they want to do. I personally don't. I feel like it's embarrassing, but I'm actually starting to realize that it's actually not that embarrassing, and that a lot of people that are working these jobs don't even like it per se, but they do it because they went to college and they got a degree for it, so they feel like they have to do it. But yeah, I never went to college. I never got the chance to go to college. My parents made too much money for financial aid, but we didn't have enough to like put me into college without taking out loans. And my parents wanted to, but I told them no, just because like I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to take out loans just to go to school, just because that's what everyone tells you, that's what you're supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with people that do, I'm not saying that, but I just feel like I wish that during my teenage years people talked more about like the alternative routes to like life, as opposed to just going to college. When I graduated high school and all my friends were going to college and I was just working, I felt so left out. I felt like a failure because I spent so much of my high school years like prepping for college, prepping for all these things, applying to scholarships, and it still wasn't enough. And I didn't want to put my parents through, not that they wouldn't, or not that it's wrong for parents that do it for their kids, but I just didn't want to have to put them through, you know, going into debt for me to not even know what I want to do, if that makes sense. Dream job. My dream job would be something in marketing, something in social media, something with creating content, but for another person, like for another brand, or something administrative that I could work from home. I am not opposed to like working a job I don't necessarily like feel like is my passion, as long as it gives me like good benefits and it gives me flexibility. That is my dream job. I want something where I have flexibility and benefits and I have the option to work from home. That is my dream job. You can travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? Like I said, Europe would be my dream vacation, a European tour. I would love to go to the Philippines. I've never been. For those of you that don't know, I'm full Filipino. I've never been. I would love to go there. I would also love to go to Iceland. Iceland looks very beautiful. I would love to visit Australia. Honestly, anywhere outside of the US. Get me out of here. Also, never told you what I was using on my eyes. This is the Kosas brightening concealer. I'm in the shade 550, but this is what I was using. I'm also gonna go in with the Tower 28 concealer too. What is one thing that everyone has tried but you haven't and have FOMO about? I don't get FOMO pretty often. I really can't say that I can answer that question. I don't think I have FOMO about anything. If I do, I'll write it on the screen because I'll probably think about it. And when I come back and edit this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have said that. So I thought about it. I think that I have FOMO towards the people who traveled or who lived out of the country in their 20s, like before getting married. I wish I traveled more, but also I was never educated on traveling, was never exposed to it, so I never thought about it. How has life been? Oh, Simi, I miss you, girl. Feels like I just saw you, but like I haven't seen you in such a long time. I feel like I obviously go through seasons where like I'm up, and then I have seasons where I'm down, seasons where I'm just riding and coasting through, but life has been really good. I feel like when I look back at 2024, it was like one of the best years I've ever had. 26 has been so good to me. Can't complain. I feel like I reached a lot of goals that I never would have imagined for myself. I just feel like I've been really inspired over the last year. I feel like I know what I want to create, and I know who I am, and I know that I deserve to take space in whatever I decide to do, and that was something that I had a really hard time figuring out over the years, but I've been busy. I'm currently in a season of looking for a new job, so that's always scary, but I'm trusting that God got me. And yeah, I really can't complain. I really want to take another trip soon. I would love to go back to California. What Sony camera do you use to vlog? I use the Sony Zv1, which is what you're watching me on currently. It's either that or my phone. I have like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. What did you do that helped your relationship with Jesus grow stronger? I surrounded myself with people that I knew I could trust, people who were wiser than me, people that have gone through more things than I have, people that are older, people that are, you know, just a little more seasoned in their walk with Christ. I feel like it's important to surround yourself with people like that because they'll be able to speak into your life and pray for you, pray to God about you. They'll hear from God for you. Yeah, surrounding yourself in a Jesus loving community. That's what helped me. Of course, prayer, that has helped me a lot. For a long time, and even now, sometimes I still struggle to pray. Our flesh doesn't want us to have to rely on God. We always think that we are self-sufficient, but I will say prayer has been something that has brought me closer to God, made my relationship stronger. Surrounding yourself with a community of people who love Jesus just like you and praying. And yeah. What is your favorite season and what's my least favorite? My favorite season is fall and summer. My least favorite is winter. 100%. What's one thing you have planned for 2025 that you're looking forward to? One of my good friends asked me to be her bridesmaid. I'm gonna be taking my first out of the country trip for her bachelorette trip, so I'm excited for that. Any big travel plans or micro travels soon? Literally just that. Nothing else yet. I really wanted to travel for my birthday next month. I kind of planned that too late, so we're not going to do that, but it's fine. Definitely more New York trips. I definitely want to go back. We'll see. What is your favorite makeup product at the moment? Ooh, these are good. I love these lip liner stains from Sachu Beauty. I have 4 of them. Actually, I have 5. Don't know where the 5th one is. This one is my current favorite. This is the lip liner stain in Plumped. This beautiful plum color. I'll actually put it on for you. This has been my go-to. Just let it dry and then you peel it. That has been my favorite, and also pretty much everything Say. I have been in love with the Warm Glow. I have been using, before they sent me this, I've been using the Star Glow one, which is the lighter one. But I really love their Dew blushes and their Dew bronze. So I have these two. I have the blush in Chili and then the Dew bronze in Swim. Fun fact, my makeup bag is also from Say. Absolutely love it. I just wish it had a mirror, but my plan is to attach one in there. So those are my current favorites. How did your love for content creation start? When I was in middle school, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. My favorite YouTuber was, those that know, Beyond Beauty Star, but most of you know her now as Claudia Saluski. She's dating the brother of Billie Eilish, and she owns this brand called Cyclar. When I was younger, I would just binge watch all of her videos every day after school. And yeah, she really inspired me. She would do a lot of like beauty videos, not really vlogs, but a lot of like creative videos, just like in her room. I loved her room. She moved to LA. Actually, I followed her a bit into her LA era. I was really heavily influenced by YouTubers, so that's how I got into wanting to become a YouTuber. When I got older, I would just like, I don't know, even in high school, I just took like a lot of photos and videos, never did anything with it. And then at the end of high school, that's when I think I began my YouTube journey. I posted my first YouTube video like years ago, like 5-6 years ago. And yeah, it all just started from there. And then obviously Instagram was a thing. It started with Miss Claudia Saluski. What is something you look forward to in this year? I look forward to traveling with my husband. I'm looking forward to documenting this year. I feel like when I look back at last year, I wish I vlogged it more, but I didn't, so that's what I'm looking forward to. What is something you feel helps your walk with God? By the way, I'm using the Rare Beauty blush in a Hope. Something that I feel like helps me in my walk with God is talking about God and talking about Jesus and about my walk with other people. If I'm going through something, asking for prayer, or if I'm reading something in the Bible that I don't understand, asking for clarification from someone who I trust. Sometimes when we're going through something, I feel like our minds tell us that, like, oh, we shouldn't tell people what we're struggling with, or we shouldn't tell people like what we're going through. God created us to be in community, and when you lean on your community for help, for prayer, for encouragement, I feel like that is the thing that's going to keep you encouraged, because when you're not feeling encouraged, someone else will encourage you. When you don't feel like praying for whatever you're going through, someone else will pray for you. So just like really leaning on community. Look how pretty that color is. What stores are your fave to shop at in person or online? Off the top of my head, Uniqlo, Zara, Abercrombie & Fitch. Abercrombie & Fitch is my favorite store. Cotton On is a really good store as well. I love all their stuff. My lips, I'm gonna put this on top. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, and I think it's Fuchsia Flex. And then thrifting, of course, but I've recently stopped thrifting. If you're a thrifter, a lot of times you can just like pick stuff up and you think that you're gonna wear it and then you don't, and then it ends up going back to being donated. I love thrifting for my purses. Purses are like my favorite things in the world. Who is your biggest inspiration? I don't think I have one specific person, but I do follow and am subscribed to a lot of incredible women that inspire me. So right off the bat, I'll say Lindsay Ray, Carla Espinosa, Natalie Cuevas, of course, my girl Simi, even Eugiana, Ava Jules, love her. Friends, I will say Alyssa, my girl Alyssa, love her vlogs. She's a mommy vlogger. I'm not a mom, but I love watching her vlogs. And then my friend Kathleen, she just started a YouTube channel, so I love watching her vlogs as well. Also my girl Maria, my friend Maria Suazo, she is always trying to outdo herself, so she's always trying to improve in her content creation skills, whether it's like with a camera, learning how to take photos, learning how to take videos, as well as my friend Jazz. She's also the same way. I feel like in general, watching other women create and take up space and do it so unapologetically, all of you are my inspiration. I'm gonna go in with the Tower 28 powder. It's the Get Set in Palisades Pink. I just set my face with this. I'm gonna use this Hoola bronzer. Going back to that like favorite product, makeup product, this is another one of them. This is a Tower 28 mascara. I'm going to use it on my lashes now. This is in Jet, but they also have a brown one that I really want to try. Yeah, love their mascaras. If you have like short Asian eyelashes, try this out. Another question is, what's a Bible verse or quote you're meditating on this year and why? I don't know if I have a specific one that I'm choosing for this year, but one that I always go back to that I feel like puts me in the right mindset is Galatians 5:22 to 24. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That is one of my favorite Bible verses. It's a good verse to meditate on and a good verse to remember when you just need encouragement. I'm pretty much done with my makeup. What is my go-to morning drink? My go-to morning drink is, if I have time, I would love to make an iced oat milk matcha latte with splash of maple syrup. But if not, if I'm in a rush, then I'll do an iced brown sugar shaken espresso that I've made from home. All right, guys, that is all of the questions that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for asking, for even caring enough to ask. Let me know what videos you guys want to see from me, whether it's shorts or long form. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.